The Earth was quiet, basking in a rare moment of peace. Majin Buu was gone, reduced to a fading memory by the spirit bomb's radiant fury. Goku was back to his usual routine, training in the mountains, while Vegeta pushed his limits in the gravity chamber at Capsule Corp. Gohan, now a scholar and father, tried to balance his studies with family life. Piccolo meditated in solitude, and Krillin enjoyed domestic bliss with Android 18. For once, the Z fighters could breathe. But that night, something stirred. A shiver ran through the fabric of reality, as if the universe itself had flinched. Goku felt it first. He was perched atop a jagged cliff, mid-Kamehameha, the blue energy crackling in his palms. Suddenly, his body froze. His muscles tensed, not from exertion but from something else, an instinct deeper than thought. It wasn't an enemy's ki, not a power level he could pinpoint. It was an echo, faint yet relentless, like a whisper from a void that didn't exist. He let the Kamehameha fizzle out and closed his eyes, reaching out with his senses. Nothing, just a hollow pull, tugging at his very soul. What the heck was that? He muttered, scratching his head. At the same moment, in the Capsule Corp gravity chamber, Vegeta snapped his eyes open. He was floating, enduring 500 times Earth's gravity, sweat dripping from his brow. His Saiyan instinct screamed, cutting through his focus. The air felt heavy, not from the machine, but from something intangible. He powered down the chamber and stood still, fists clenched. "This isn't possible," he growled. "No one's. Kai feels like that." Across the planet, the others felt it too. Piccolo's meditation broke, his antennae twitching as the echo brushed against his mind. Krillin jolted awake in bed, heart pounding, unable to explain why. Gohan dropped his pen mid-lecture prep, a cold sweat forming. Even Bulma, tinkering in her lab, paused as her instruments flickered, detecting an untraceable energy spike. By morning, they gathered at Capsule Corp, summoned by an unspoken urgency. Goku arrived first, teleporting in with instant transmission, his usual grin absent. "You guys felt it, right? That weird energy last night?" Vegeta crossed his arms, scowling. "It's no ordinary Kai. It's like a ghost of one. Familiar, but wrong." Piccolo nodded, his voice low. "I sensed traces of warriors we've fought. Raditz, Nappa, even Frieza. But they're dead. This shouldn't be possible." Bulma, leaning against a console, tapped her tablet. "My sensors picked it up too. It's not just on Earth. It's coming from deep space, a planet in the northern galaxy. No name, no records. Just coordinates." Gohan adjusted his glasses, frowning. Could it be a new enemy? Someone manipulating ki to mess with us? Krillin shivered. "I don't know, but it gave me the creeps. Like something was watching me through that energy." Goku's eyes lit up, not with fear, but curiosity. "Only one way to find out. Let's check it out." Vegeta snorted. "Kakarot, your recklessness will get us killed one day. But I'm not letting some phantom ki mock me. I'm in." Bulma sighed, already prepping a spaceship. "You guys never take a break, do you? Fine. I'll get the ship ready, but don't expect me to babysit you out there." Within hours, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin were aboard Bulma's latest spacecraft, hurtling toward the mysterious coordinates. The journey took 2 days, and the closer they got, the stronger the echo became. It wasn't just a sensation now, it was a presence, slithering through their thoughts, making their skin crawl. Goku tried to lighten the mood with jokes, but even he fell silent as the planet came into view. It was a desolate orb, shrouded in a sickly purple haze. Jagged mountains pierced the sky, and vast deserts stretched endlessly, dotted with ruins that looked ancient yet unnervingly familiar. The ship's sensors screamed with static, unable to process the energy saturating the planet. Looks like a graveyard, Krillin whispered, peering through the viewport. Saiyan architecture, Vegeta said, his voice tight. Those ruins, they're like the ones on planet Vegeta, but older, much older. Piccolo's eyes narrowed. This place feels wrong. The ki I hear isn't just echoing, it's alive, but not in any way I understand. They landed near a massive ruin, a crumbling citadel carved into a mountain. The air was thick, oppressive, and the echo pulsed stronger, vibrating in their bones. Goku took the lead, his boots crunching on the ashen ground. Let's find the source of this thing and deal with it. The citadel's entrance was a gaping maw, flanked by statues of Saiyan warriors, their stone faces twisted in agony. Inside, the walls were etched with symbols none of them recognized. Not even Vegeta, who prided himself on Saiyan history. The air grew colder as they ventured deeper, the echo now a constant hum, like a heartbeat from the walls themselves. Anyone else getting a bad vibe? Krillin asked, his voice echoing in the vast chamber. Stay sharp, Piccolo warned. Whatever this is, it's watching us. They reached a central hall, its ceiling lost in darkness. At its heart was a pedestal, and on it a single object, a cracked, blackened orb, faintly glowing. It resembled a Dragon Ball, but its surface was marred with jagged runes pulsing with the same energy as the echo. Is that a Dragon Ball? Gohan asked, stepping closer. Vegeta grabbed his arm. Don't touch it, idiot. Can't you feel it? That thing's radiating the same Kai we've been chasing. Goku tilted his head, curious. It's like it's calling. To us. Maybe it's trying to tell us something. Before anyone could respond, the orb flared, and the echo surged, flooding the chamber. The Z-fighters staggered, their minds assaulted by fragmented images. Flashes of battles long past, screams of fallen foes, and faces they'd buried in memory. Raditz's sneer, Frieza's cold laugh, Cell's mocking grin. But there was something else, deeper, a presence that wasn't any of them, yet felt alive, hungry. Krillin clutched his head. Make it stop! It's in my head! Piccolo's voice cut through the chaos. Focus! Block it out! Goku gritted his teeth, forcing his mind to clear. It's trying to scare us. We're stronger than this. The orb's glow dimmed, and the visions faded, leaving the group panting. But the chamber had changed. The walls were now covered in fresh carvings, images of the Z-fighters themselves, depicted in grotesque, distorted forms, their eyes hollow, their bodies broken. What is this place? Gohan stammered. Vegeta's face was pale, a rare crack in his composure. This isn't just a ruin, it's a trap, and we walked right into it. A low, guttural laugh echoed from the darkness above, not from anyone, direction, but from the air itself. The orb pulsed again, and the ground trembled. Footsteps, heavy and deliberate, approached from the shadows. The Z-fighters turned, powering up, their auras flaring. Goku's golden Super Saiyan glow, Vegeta's blazing blue, Piccolo's emerald shimmer. Who's there? Goku shouted, fists raised. Show yourself! The footsteps stopped. A figure emerged, cloaked in tattered Saiyan armor, its face obscured by a hood. Its ki was faint, almost non-existent, yet it carried the weight of the echo. It raised a hand, and the orb flared once more, projecting a single word into their minds. Stay. Krillin backed away. Guys, I don't like this. We need to get out of here. But before they could move, the figure vanished, and the chamber sealed shut. Stone doors slamming with a deafening boom. The echo surged again, louder, angrier, and the carvings on the walls began to move, their distorted faces twisting into smiles. Goku clenched his fists, his Super Saiyan aura blazing brighter. Whatever you are, you picked the wrong guys to mess with, but deep down even he felt it, a creeping dread that this was no ordinary foe. The echo wasn't just energy, it was alive, and it knew them. The chamber was a tomb, its air thick with the stench of ancient decay. The Z-Fighters stood back to back, their auras flaring. Goku's golden Super Saiyan glow, Vegeta's crackling blue, Piccolo's emerald shimmer, Gohan's white-hot intensity, and Krillin's flickering yellow. The stone doors that had sealed them in loomed like monoliths, unyielding. The blackened orb on its pedestal pulsed, its cracked surface glowing faintly, and the echo of Kai thrummed louder, a relentless heartbeat echoing in their skulls. "Stay, calm," Piccolo growled, his eyes scanning the darkness. "This thing wants us to panic." Goku clenched his fists, his Super Saiyan aura surging. "I don't care what it wants. We're busting out of here." He launched a Kamehameha at the nearest door, the blue beam roaring with enough force to level a mountain. The impact shook the chamber, but when the dust cleared, the door was unscathed, its surface absorbing the energy like a sponge. Vegeta sneered. "Idiot! Did you think brute force would work against something this unnatural?" "Got a better idea, Vegeta." Goku shot back, undeterred. Krillin, trembling but trying to stay composed, pointed at the orb. "That thing's the key. It's controlling everything. The echo, the carvings, maybe even this whole place." Gohan nodded, adjusting his glasses. "He's right. The Ki coming from it, it's not just mimicking others, it's manipulating reality. We need to destroy it." Piccolo stepped toward the pedestal, but the moment he reached for the orb, the echo surged, a wave of psychic force that slammed into their minds. The chamber dissolved, and the Z-Fighters found themselves standing in a void, surrounded by swirling mist. The air was heavy, suffocating, and the echo's hum became voices, familiar, hateful voices. "Goku!" A guttural snarl cut through the mist. Raditz emerged, his Saiyan armor gleaming, his tail flicking. "You betrayed your own blood. You... Let me die!" Goku's eyes widened. "Raditz! No way! You're gone!" Before he could react, another figure materialized beside Raditz. Frieza, his white and purple form radiating malice. "Oh, Son Goku, you thought you could escape me." His voice was a venomous purr. "You'll never outrun your sins." Vegeta froze as Nappa's hulking frame appeared, his smirk cruel. "Prince Vegeta, still pretending you're above us? You're nothing but a coward who abandoned his own." Piccolo gritted his teeth as Cell's sleek, insectoid form stepped forward, chuckling. The perfect being, undone by a Namekian. Pathetic. Krillin backed away, his heart racing as the Ginyu Force materialized, their poses mocking him. "Little Krillin, always the weak link," Captain Ginyu taunted. Gohan clenched his fists, facing a spectral android 17 and 18, their cold eyes piercing him. "You couldn't save us, Gohan," they said in unison. "You failed." "This isn't real!" Piccolo shouted, his voice cutting through the chaos. "They're illusions! The echo's messing with our heads!" But the figures felt real. Their ki, their voices, their hatred. Raditz lunged at Goku, his fist crackling with energy. Goku blocked, but the impact sent him skidding back, pain shooting through his arm. "How's this possible?" he gasped. The blow felt as solid as any he'd taken in life. Vegeta roared, transforming into Super Saiyan and blasting Nappa with a Gallic gun. The beam tore through the illusion, but Nappa reformed, laughing. "You can't kill what's already dead, Prince." Frieza flicked his tail, sending a barrage of death beams at Goku, who dodged with instant transmission, reappearing behind him. "You're not Frieza!" Goku yelled, unleashing a flurry of punches. Each hit landed, but Frieza's body flickered, unharmed, his laugh echoing. Piccolo faced Cell, his special beam cannon charging. "I destroyed you once, and I'll do it again!" The blast pierced Cell's chest, but the bio-android smirked, the hole closing instantly. "You're fighting shadows, Namekian!" Krillin was cornered by the Ginyu Force, their synchronized attacks overwhelming him. He fired a Destructo disc, slicing through Jace, but the illusion reformed, jeering. "You're nothing, human!" Gohan battled the androids, his Super Saiyan aura flaring as he blocked their energy blasts. "I know you're not real!" he shouted, But their words cut deeper than their attacks, stirring guilt from his past failures. The orb pulsed brighter, and the illusions grew stronger, their forms solidifying. The Z fighters were being worn down, their energy draining with each attack. The echo wasn't just in their minds, it was feeding on their Kai, siphoning their strength. "We can't keep this up," Krillin panted, dodging Berta's high-speed strikes. "It's like fighting ghosts." Piccolo's eyes narrowed. "The orb's the source. We need to focus on it, not these fakes." Goku nodded, his aura blazing. "Right, everyone, hit the orb together." Vegeta scoffed but joined in, his pride outweighed by the need to survive. "Don't screw this up, Kakarot." The group powered up, their combined auras lighting the void like a supernova. Goku charged a Kamehameha, Vegeta a final flash, Piccolo a special beam cannon, Gohan a Masenko, and Krillin a Destructo disc. The illusions screamed, lunging to stop them. But the Z fighters unleashed their attacks in unison, a torrent of energy slamming into the orb. The void shattered like glass, and the chamber reappeared, the illusions vanishing. The orb cracked further, its glow dimming, but it didn't break. The echo's hum faltered, then resumed, angrier, more chaotic. The carvings on the walls writhed, their distorted faces now weeping blood like ooze. "Did we do it?" Krillin asked, catching his breath. Piccolo shook his head. "We weakened it, but it's still active, and it's not happy." Gohan approached the orb cautiously, his senses sharp. "I saw something in the illusions. Visions of Saiyans, not just our enemies. They were chanting, sacrificing something to the Dragon Balls. This orb, it's not a Dragon Ball, it's something else." Vegeta's face darkened. "A ritual. The ancient Saiyans were fools, tampering with powers they couldn't control. This planet, it's a graveyard for their mistakes." Krillin let out a strange chuckle, his voice lower than usual. "Mistakes? No. They succeeded." His eyes glinted unnaturally, pupils dilated, and his Kai flickered, tinged with the Echo's signature. "Krillin, what's wrong with you?" Goku asked, stepping closer. Krillin's smile widened, unnatural and cold. "Wrong? I feel free. Don't you hear it, Goku? The Echo's not our enemy. It's our truth." Piccolo grabbed Krillin's shoulder, his voice sharp. "Snap out of it. That thing's in your head." Krillin shoved Piccolo back with surprising strength, his aura flaring erratically. "You don't understand. It showed me everything. Raditz, Frieza, all of them. They're part of it. And soon, we will be too." Gohan's heart sank. He's possessed, or worse. Vegeta powered up, his patience gone. "Then we knock him out and deal with this later. Move." But before they could act, the chamber trembled, and the stone doors crumbled, revealing a new passage. The walls shifted, rearranging into a labyrinth of tunnels, their surfaces pulsing like flesh. The air grew colder, and the Echo's hum became a low, guttural growl vibrating through the ruins. "What's happening?" Krillin asked, his voice briefly his own, fear replacing the Echo's influence. Piccolo's antennae twitched. "The ruins are alive. The Echo's controlling them, reshaping this place to keep us trapped." Goku clenched his fists, his super Saiyan aura flaring brighter. "Then we keep moving. We find the source of this thing and end it." Vegeta led the way into the labyrinth, his pride masking his unease. "Stay close. This place is a maze, and I don't trust that orb to stay quiet." The tunnels twisted unnaturally, their walls etched with runes that glowed faintly, depicting Saiyan warriors in torment. The group moved cautiously, their footsteps echoing in the oppressive silence. Krillin trailed behind, his behavior erratic. One moment trembling with fear, the next muttering to himself, his eyes glinting red. "Krillin, stay with us," Gohan said, grabbing his friend's arm. Krillin jerked away, his voice a hiss. "Don't touch me, Gohan. You don't know what it's like." It's in my head, showing me things. What things? Gohan pressed, his voice gentle but firm. Krillin's face contorted, a mix of pain and something darker. The Saiyans. They didn't just die, they gave themselves to it, to the echo. It promised them power, immortality, and now it wants us. Piccolo's voice was low. He's not wrong. I can feel it too. Whispers trying to pull me in. We're all at risk. Vegeta snorted, but his eyes betrayed his concern. Then, we destroy it before it takes us. No more games. The labyrinth seemed to respond, the tunnels narrowing, forcing the group single file. The runes on the walls began to move, forming scenes. Saiyans kneeling before a massive blackened orb, their ki draining into it, their bodies crumbling to dust. The vision shifted, showing a single Saiyan, cloaked, standing over the orb, its face obscured, but radiating power. That's the figure we saw, Goku said, his voice tense. It's part of this. Gohan's mind raced. The ritual, it wasn't just about power. They were trying to create something, a god maybe, but it backfired. The tunnel opened into a new chamber, larger than the first, its ceiling lost in darkness. At its center stood a massive altar, surrounded by 7 pedestals, each holding a smaller blackened orb. The central altar bore a carving of a dragon, ball, but its stars were inverted, glowing red. The Echo's ki was overwhelming here, a physical force that made their skin crawl. This is it, Piccolo said, his voice grim. The heart of the ritual. Krillin staggered forward, his eyes locked on the altar. It's beautiful, he murmured, his voice not his own. His aura flared, dark and chaotic, and he raised a hand as if drawn to the central orb. Krillin turned, his face twisted into a snarl, his eyes fully red. Let go, Goku! You can't stop it! He fired a ki blast, forcing Goku to dodge. Vegeta powered up, his Super Saiyan aura blazing. He's gone, we end this now. But before they could act, the altar glowed, and the 7 orbs pulsed in unison. The chamber shook, and a voice, not Krillin's, not the cloaked figures, but something ancient, spoke, its words echoing in their minds. You have come. Your ki will complete the ritual. The echo will rise. The ground cracked, and shadows poured from the orbs, taking the forms of spectral Saiyans, their eyes hollow, their kai laced with the echo's corruption. The Z fighters braced themselves, their auras flaring, but Krillin's voice cut through the chaos, a mix of his own and the echo's. You can't fight it. It's already in you. The spectral Saiyans attacked, and the chamber became a battlefield, the echo's laughter, drowning out the sounds of combat. The Z fighters were strong, but the echo was stronger, and Krillin's possession was only the beginning. The labyrinth closed in, and the truth dawned. They weren't just fighting for their lives, they were fighting for their souls. The altar chamber was a crucible of chaos, its air thick with the stench of burning ki and the echo's malevolent hum. The massive carving of an inverted Dragon Ball glowed red on the ceiling, casting a blood-like sheen over the Z fighters. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin stood in a defensive circle, their auras flaring. Goku's Super Saiyan Gold, Vegeta's blazing blue, Piccolo's emerald shimmer, Gohan's white-hot intensity, and Krillin's erratic, tainted yellow. The 7 blackened orbs on their pedestals pulsed in unison, and spectral Saiyans poured from them, their hollow eyes burning with hunger, their kai laced with the echo's corruption. Stay together, Goku shouted, dodging a spectral Saiyan's energy blast. His Super Saiyan aura crackled as he countered with a flurry of punches, each hit landing but draining his strength, the echo siphoning his kai. Vegeta roared, his Super Saiyan form surging as he unleashed a final flash, vaporizing a group of specters. These things are endless, he snarled, but the fallen Saiyans reformed, their laughter mocking him. Piccolo fired a special beam cannon, piercing a specter's chest, but it melted into shadow and reappeared, unharmed. They're not just illusions anymore, he growled, The echo's making them real! Gohan battled 3 specters at once, his Super Saiyan aura straining as he launched a Masenko. The blast scattered them, but they returned, stronger, their voices whispering his failures. "You're fighting a losing battle, kid," one hissed, its face briefly morphing into cells. Krillin stood apart, his body trembling, his eyes flickering between his own and the echo's glowing red. "It's too much," he muttered. Clutching his head, his aura flared, dark and chaotic, and he fired a Destructo disc at the altar, missing wildly. "We can't win! It's in us!" "Krillin, focus!" Gohan yelled, grabbing his friend's shoulder, but Krillin shoved him back, his strength unnatural. The altar glowed brighter, and the echo's voice boomed, no longer from Krillin, but from the chamber itself. "Your key completes me. Your souls will join the ritual." The walls pulsed like flesh, the labyrinth shifting, tunnels sealing and opening, trapping the group in a living maze. Piccolo's antennae twitched, his mind racing. The altar's the key. Those 7 orbs, they're powering the echo. "We need to destroy them," Vegeta scoffed, blasting another specter. "Easier said than done, Namekian. These things aren't letting us near it." Goku dodged a spectral Saiyan's attack, his breath heavy. "Then we make a path. Everyone, cover me. I'm going for the altar." The group rallied, their auras merging into a radiant glow. Goku charged forward, his Super Saiyan speed a blur, but Krillin stepped into his path, his eyes fully red, his voice a guttural snarl. "You're not stopping this, Goku!" He fired a ki blast, forcing Goku to block, the impact shaking the chamber. "Krillin, snap out of it!" Goku pleaded, his fists clenched. "You're stronger than this thing." Krillin's face twisted, a mix of pain and the echo's malice. "Stronger? I'm nothing. The echo showed me. Raditz, Frieza, Cell, they're all part of it. And so, are we?" His aura surged, and he launched a barrage of energy blasts, not just at Goku but at the others, his attacks erratic but deadly. Vegeta powered up, his patience gone. "He's a liability. We put him down now." Gohan blocked one of Krillin's blasts, his voice desperate. "No, we can save him." Piccolo's eyes narrowed, a vision flashing in his mind. Runes from the walls, depicting the Saiyan ritual. The echoes using Krillin as a conduit. If we break the orbs, we might sever its hold. The spectral Saiyans pressed their attack, their numbers growing, their Kai overwhelming. The chamber seemed to shrink, the walls closing in, the inverted, Dragon Ball rune pulsing faster. Goku fought his way toward the altar, dodging Krillin's blasts and spectral Saiyans. But the echo's presence was a physical weight, crushing his spirit. "Goku, you can't do this alone," Gohan shouted, launching a Masenko to clear a path. Vegeta followed with a barrage of energy blasts, his face grim. Piccolo fired a special beam cannon, targeting a pedestal, but the orb absorbed the attack, its glow intensifying. Krillin's laughter filled the chamber, no longer his own. "You're feeding me!" he roared, his aura a storm of red and black. He raised his hands, charging a massive energy wave, aimed at the Z fighters. Piccolo made a decision. "Gohan, Vegeta, keep the specters off me! Goku, get to the altar! I'll handle Krillin!" Goku nodded, his Super Saiyan 2 aura crackling with lightning. "Right! Hang on, Krillin! We're not losing you!" Piccolo sprinted toward Krillin, his ki glowing. Krillin fired the energy wave, but Piccolo dodged, closing the distance. "Forgive me," he whispered, and unleashed a point-blank light. Grenade, the explosion engulfing Krillin. The blast wasn't lethal, but it sent Krillin crashing to the ground, unconscious, his aura flickering but still tainted. Goku reached the altar, his Kamehameha charging. "This ends now." He fired at the central orb, the blue beam roaring with power. Vegeta and Gohan joined, their final flash and Masenko merging with Goku's attack. The orbs trembled, cracks spreading, but the echo screamed, a sound that tore through their minds, shattering the pedestals. The chamber collapsed, the floor giving way. The Z fighters fell into a deeper chamber, landing hard on a platform surrounded by a chasm. The walls were lined with thousands of blackened orbs, each pulsing with trapped souls, their faces, Saiyan faces, frozen in silent screams. At the chamber's center stood a figure, not the cloaked one, but a Saiyan in ancient armor, its face a void, its key an abyss. The figure spoke, its voice the echo itself. "You cannot stop the ritual. Your key has awakened me. I am the echo, the price of your power." Goku struggled to his feet, his aura flickering. "Who are you? What do you want?" The figure's void face shifted, forming Krillin's features, then Raditz's, then Frieza's. "I am the souls you've slain, the wishes you've made, the power you've claimed. I am eternal." Krillin stirred, his eyes normal but filled with terror. "Goku, it's in me. It's in all of us." The figure raised a hand, and the chasm glowed, the orbs flaring. The platform cracked, and the echo's Kai surged, a tidal wave of malice. The Z fighters powered up, their auras flaring, but the echo's laughter drowned them out. The truth hit them. The echo wasn't just a trap. It was alive, sentient, and it had chosen them. Piccolo's voice was grim. "We need to destroy those orbs, but it'll take everything we've got. And Krillin, we may not be able to save him." Goku's fists clenched, his Super Saiyan 2 aura blazing. "We're not giving up on him, or any of us." But as the figure's void face smiled, the chamber began to warp, the walls twisting into a new labyrinth, the orbs floating free, their screams deafening. The echo's voice whispered in their minds, "One of you must fall. Choose." The chamber was a collapsing abyss, its walls twisting into a kaleidoscope of nightmares. The platform where the Z fighters stood trembled, surrounded by a chasm glowing with thousands of blackened orbs, each screaming with trapped Saiyan souls. The massive, inverted Dragon Ball rune on the ceiling pulsed red, casting a hellish glow. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin faced the void-faced Saiyan figure, its form shifting between Krillin's terrified features, Raditz's sneer, and Frieza's smirk. Its voice, the echo itself, was a chorus of the dead. "One of you must fall. Choose." Krillin knelt, clutching his head, his eyes flickering between his own and the echo's glowing red. "Goku, I can't hold it back," he gasped, his voice breaking. "It's eating me." Goku powered up to Super Saiyan 2, his aura crackling with lightning. "Krillin, you're my best friend. We're not losing you." His voice was firm, but his eyes betrayed his fear. Vegeta, in Super Saiyan 2, clenched his fists, his face grim. "Kakarot, your sentimentality will doom us. If he's possessed, he's a threat. End him." Piccolo's antennae twitched, his voice low. "The echo's not just in Krillin. I feel it. Whispers in my mind, tugging at my Kai. We're all infected." Gohan's Super Saiyan aura flared, his glasses fogging with sweat. "Then we destroy the echo before it takes us. Those orbs are its anchor. We hit them all." The void-faced figure laughed, its form rippling. "Destroy me. I am your legacy. Every wish you made, every enemy you slew, fed me. The Dragon Balls are my vessel. You cannot escape." Goku's eyes widened. "The Dragon Balls? You're saying our wishes created you?" The figure raised a hand, and the chamber warped, projecting visions across the walls. Ancient Saiyans chanted around 7 corrupted Dragon Balls, their ki draining into a blackened orb. The vision shifted. Shenron's golden form flickered with red, granting wishes to revive Goku, defeat Buu, each one strengthening the echo. The Dragon Balls weren't pure. They were tainted, carrying the echo's essence across time and space. "No," Gohan whispered, his voice trembling. "All our victories, they were feeding this thing." Vegeta's pride shattered, his voice a growl. "The Saiyan's arrogance cursed the universe, and we've been paying the price." Krillin staggered to his feet, his aura dark and chaotic. It's not a curse, it's truth. His voice was layered with the echoes, his eyes fully red. He fired a destructo disc at Goku, who dodged by inches. "Join me, Goku! The echo's power is freedom!" Piccolo stepped forward, his ki glowing. "Krillin, fight it! You're stronger than this!" The figure's laughter shook the chamber, and the chasm flared, the blackened orbs rising, their screams deafening. Spectral Saiyans materialized, more solid than before, their ki overwhelming. They attacked, forcing the Z-Fighters into a desperate stand. Goku clashed with a Spectre, his Super Saiyan 2 speed a blur, but each hit drained his energy, the echo siphoning his Kai. Vegeta unleashed a final flash, obliterating a dozen Spectres, but they reformed, their voices mocking. Piccolo's special beam cannon pierced through, but the Spectres kept coming, endless. Gohan fought with a Masenko, his aura fading, guilt weighing him as he saw Krillin's torment. Krillin charged a massive energy wave, his body glowing red. "You can't stop it," he roared, aiming at the group. Gohan dove in front, blocking the blast, the impact sending him crashing, his aura flickering. "Gohan!" Goku screamed, rushing to his son, who struggled to stand, blood trickling from his mouth. "I'm okay, Dad," Gohan panted. "But Krillin, we have to save him." Piccolo's mind raced, the rune's visions clarifying. "The orbs are the echo's heart. If we destroy them, we break its power. But it'll take everything, and we may lose someone." Vegeta's eyes narrowed. "Then we do it. No more hesitation." Goku nodded, his Super Saiyan 2 aura blazing. "Everyone, together, hit the orbs." The Z-Fighters rallied, their auras merging. Goku's lightning-charged gold, Vegeta's blazing blue, Piccolo's emerald glow, Gohan's faltering white. They charged their strongest attacks. Kamehameha, Final Flash, Special Beam Cannon, Masenko. Krillin's possessed form lunged, firing energy blasts to stop them, but Piccolo intercepted, grappling him to the ground. "Krillin, I'm sorry," Piccolo whispered, his ki surging. He unleashed a light grenade, stunning Krillin, but the EE echo's red glow intensified, its scream shaking the chamber. The combined attack struck the floating orbs, a radiant beam lighting the abyss. The orbs cracked, their screams peaking, and the spectral Saiyans dissolved. The figure's void face contorted, its form unraveling. But the echo's voice roared, "You cannot destroy me. I am in you." The chamber collapsed, the platform shattering. The Z-Fighters fell into the chasm, landing in a vast final chamber, its walls a mosaic of Dragon Ball runes, all inverted, glowing red. At its center stood the original blackened orb, larger, pulsing with the echo's full power. Krillin lay unconscious, his aura faint, but still tainted. The figure reappeared, its void face now a mirror of the Z-Fighter's own. Goku's grin, Vegeta's scowl, Piccolo's stoicism, Gohan's resolve. "One must fall," it repeated, "or all will." Goku's heart sank. No one's dying today, but Krillin stirred, his voice weak but his own. "Goku, it's me. The echo's right. It's in us all. But I can stop it." His eyes were clear, filled with resolve. "I'm the weakest. Let me do this." "Krillin, no!" Gohan cried, struggling to stand. Krillin smiled, a tear falling. "You're my family. Let me protect you, for once." Before anyone could stop him, he powered up, his aura pure yellow, and flew at the orb, charging a destructo disc with all his ki. "This is for you guys!" He struck the orb, the disc slicing through, and the chamber erupted in light. The echo screamed, a sound that tore reality apart. The orbs in the chasm shattered, freeing countless souls, their whispers fading. The figure dissolved, its void face collapsing into nothingness, but the light engulfed Krillin, his body vanishing. "In the blast! Krillin!" Goku roared, his aura flaring to Super Saiyan 3, his scream shaking the ruins. The chamber stabilized, the runes dimming, the echo's key gone. But Krillin was nowhere. Gohan fell to his knees, sobbing. He saved us. Vegeta's fists trembled, his voice low. The fool. He was stronger than I thought. Piccolo stared at the shattered orb, his face grim. The echo's gone, but at what cost? The group navigated the now still ruins, carrying Gohan, who was injured but alive. They reached Bulma's ship and left the planet, its purple haze fading behind them. On Earth, they mourned Krillin, his sacrifice a wound that wouldn't heal. The Dragon Balls lay dormant, their glow dim, but Goku felt it. A faint whisper. In his ki, the echo's trace, not gone, but dormant. One night, Goku stood on a cliff, staring at the stars. His Super Saiyan aura flared, but the whisper grew louder, a reminder of the price they'd paid. The Dragon Balls were tainted, their power a double-edged sword. The Z fighters had won, but their reality was altered. Krillin's laughter echoed, in their memories, but the universe felt colder, emptier, and somewhere, in the void between worlds, a faint red glow pulsed, patient, waiting. The echo was silent, for now.